What is good with y'all, man? Today I'm going to be going over whether or not Galaxy Opal Pete Maravich is worth grinding for an NBA 2K23 My Team. And as we all know, this Pete Maravich card is going to be a grind to get. If you don't know, 2K just added 35 challenges that you need to go ahead and complete in order to get that 98 overall Pete Maravich. And as you can see, there are all these separate games where you will get a diamond card from each game. As you can see, TJ McConnell, Lamond Murray, Ben Gordon, and so on and so forth. And each of these games is going to be a full 5-minute quarter game with 4 quarters, meaning each game is going to take you about a half hour to complete. And all in all, to go ahead and get this Opal Pete Maravich, it's going to take you about 17 hours of gameplay in NBA 2K23 My Team. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys before you waste all your time doing this, whether or not it's worth grinding this for that Galaxy Opal Pete Maravich. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the Maravich stats, which a lot of people don't know you can already check before even getting the card. So I'm going to go over here to my collection, and I'm going to go to Season 5, Bracket Busters. I'm going to scroll over 3 times actually, and as you can see, this is the collection where you do go ahead and get Kareem. So if you go ahead and click right here on Pete Maravich, you can actually look at his player card, and as you can see, it's going to be a 98 overall point guard. So let's go ahead and see what the stats of this card are. 6'5" for a point guard. That's not too short. That's actually a pretty decent height for a point guard, especially if he can play good offense. So let's check out his stats here. So as you can see, first of all, he has an A+ all around on offense. And then as you can see, he has a lot of A+. So let's get into the specific stats here. So Pete Maravich has a 98 mid-range and a 97 three-pointer. That's very, very good. That seems like it'll be very good. It obviously depends on how good his animations are. And an 80 driving dunk will get it done if he does have a good jump shot and good dribbling animations. It won't matter that his dunk is very mid-looking. Now, in terms of ball handling, he has a 98 ball handle and a 97 passing accuracy, which is very good. And wow, I was not surprised in that his defense is actually very good. A 95 steal and a 95 perimeter defense. That's actually a very good defense, especially for a 6'5" guard. And it looks like he will have a 96 acceleration, 96 speed with ball, and 96 speed, alongside an 82 strength. So he's definitely going to get bullied inside the paint on defense, but hopefully his offense will make up for it because he does have a lot of good offensive stats. It obviously just depends on how good his dribble moves and how good his jump shot are going to be in the game. So let's go ahead and check here his tendencies. Okay, let's move over here to a very important section, the badges. So he gets 16 Hall of Fame badges and 36 gold badges in the game. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Hoff badges he gets. So he's going to get Hall of Fame Acrobat, Hall of Fame Giant Slayer, Hall of Fame Agent 3, that's huge, Hall of Fame Amped, that's good, Hall of Fame Catch and Shoot, Guard Up, Limitless, that's obviously very important to have, Ankle Breaker, that's pretty good, Clamp Breaker, Killer Combos, that's big for the dribble moves, Dimer, Handles for Days, Hyperdrive is very, very good. Quick first step, of course, is needed for a guard his size. Unpluckable is big. Wow, they gave Pete Maravich Hall of Fame Anchor? That's actually very, very good. So even though he doesn't seem to have great interior defensive stats, giving him that Hall of Fame Anchor will give him the chance to go ahead and get some blocks on guards his height in the paint. And obviously, for gold badges here, we're looking at Bully, Fast Twitch, which is very, very good. Fearless Finisher, Limitless Takeoff, Posterizer on gold, very good. He gets Gold Pro Touch, Gold Slithery, Blinders, Claymore, Clutch Shooter, Comeback Kid, Corner Specialist, Deadeye, Green Machine. Now, I will say, badges like Corner Specialist, Deadeye, and Green Machine, I would have loved to see on the Hall of Fame tier for this card, because obviously he is going to be a card that you're going to be taking a lot of three-pointers with, but getting them at gold is still pretty good. But like I said, it would definitely be better if he got those on Hall of Fame. But as you can see, he does get some other pretty good badges here. Space Creator, again, I wish that was on Hoff. Volume Shooter, Bailout is good. He does get gold needle threader, which is actually very important and underrated there. He does get gold chase down artist as well, so he actually is going to be able to get some blocks. Gold glove and gold interceptor again with that 95 steal. I actually was hoping to see those on Hall of Fame, but again, this is a Galaxy Opal card, not a Dark Matter, so I'm not too surprised that he does not get those on Hoff. But again, playing 35 games at 30 minutes per game to go ahead and get this card, but he doesn't even get Hall of Fame interceptor is pretty sad, to be honest with you. But if we keep looking here, does get pick dodger as well. And yeah, so he gets a ton of badges, but again, there is definitely quite a few offensive and defensive badges that I do wish he was able to get on Hall of Fame, but he's not able to get those. But if you do move but if you do move over here to the upgradable badges, you are able to upgrade both glove and interceptor, which if you do go ahead and pick up this card, I would definitely make sure to go ahead and upgrade both of those badges alongside one of those other shooting badges that I was just telling you guys about up here. I would probably also try to upgrade his green machine and possibly even his Deadeye. Now, all in all, the final consensus for me on this, playing 35 games at 30 minutes a pop, like I said, it'll take you about 17 to 18 hours of pure gameplay, and that's assuming that you win every single one of the challenge games. So is this card worth it at this point in the year, in midway through March, and you probably won't get it until at least like a week from now unless you actually grind your butt off? I would ultimately say no. This card is not worth 18 hours of grinding. And like I was showing you guys, this card actually looks pretty good. He has good offensive stats. He has pretty good defensive stats as well. And his badges are solid for the most part. Obviously, like I said, there's a few badges that do need to be upgraded. But you could probably easily go ahead and do those yourself. But all in all, this is a pretty solid card. At 6'5", he can run the point and isn't way too small, but he's obviously not tall either, and he will get bullied in the paint pretty consistently if you do use this card. So all in all, if it was 10, 20 games to get this card, I would say definitely go ahead and grab this card. But I personally will not be grinding 35 games at 5-minute quarters for this card. I feel like that is just way too excessive to go ahead and pick this card up right here. Like I said, again, if you don't have a better point guard, like me personally, I'm currently chilling at the point guard spot. I'm pretty happy with my point guard. It is Gary Payton right now, and I like Gary Payton. He has pretty good animations, a good jump shot, and some good dribble moves as well. So I'm currently chilling with Gary Payton at my point guard. So for me, I can't sit here and justify playing 18 hours of gameplay to go ahead and pick this card up, which I just don't believe would be much better than my Gary Payton. And I think it's too much grind and not enough reward. Again, I do wish that it was a Dark Matter card. Maybe if it had a little bit of better stats, instead of an 80 drive and dunk, maybe an 87. And like I said, a few of those badges being on Hall of Fame. And obviously, if it does have good animations, it would be worth the grind. But I don't think it's worth the grind. But as you can see here, there is a bunch of diamond cards, some budget diamond cards. And so, you know what I'm saying, you guys can go ahead and look through. I'm probably going to play some of these games for these diamonds just to pick up some budget players for my squad. There's definitely some solid players in here that are definitely going to be solid budget pickups. Like possibly this Garrett Temple, which is I don't know how tall he is, but like if you just look for solid cards here, there's probably some decent cards to pick up. So I would definitely go ahead and look through these. If you need any positions backup or starting positions, I would go through some of these games and play some of them. But again, if you don't need a point guard desperately, I would not do this. But if you desperately need a point guard and you don't really have any opals on your team, then yeah, go ahead and do this, and you will pick up a pretty solid point guard card that you know what I'm saying, will admit, if he has good animations, this card is looking solid. But me personally, I won't play the 18 hours for it. Anyways, boys, I hope you guys did enjoy. Go ahead and comment. Do you think this card is worth grinding for? Also, comment the word loyal if you made it this far into the video for me. Like up the video and sub up. I post my team videos every day. And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace out, man.